Alright guys, back here at the off-grid tiny house. Went to the dollar store with some extra change I had kicking around. I got 4 cooler glasses for $1 a piece. I'm thinking about, I'll take one of them over here. I'm going to build a little stand for it underneath the window inside for a little herb garden. I drew a line just under the window here, and if I put that, let's see, it's just above the line there. I'm going to fill this glass with dirt and put my seeds in, and I'm going to be able to have either 5, I'm going to put 5 glasses of these. I'm going to have to pick up one more of these, and they will fit all the way along the window here. And but first I'm going to paint all that lumber, and then that way I can have some indoor gardening going on, little container gardenings. I rather use glass because it's non-porous and you don't get any of the plastic chemicals and gunk in there. Brought some more stuff over. This was given to me by my mom. Thanks. LED lights. They include batteries. I showed you these earlier in one of my earlier videos. Brought over my fireplace receiver and remote that I got to hook up. But first I'm gonna get set up over here. Paint all this with the leftover. I got my leftover paint from the trailer here. So I'm gonna use that to paint that stuff, and that's all the same color, and it's mold and mildew resistant. So I'm using the TV stand right now. I just set up some cardboard, and I'll get to work on this and show you what it looks like in a minute. Alright, back here I got the first coat of paint on everything, except for the bottoms that they're standing up on, the edge that they're standing up on. Got the window open. Hold on, what was that? Oh, the wind caught the outside door and shoved it this way. So I got the window open to air it out anyway. For now I'm going to put together, I'm going to wire up set up the receiver and remote for the fireplace. So I'll show you that when I'm all set up here. Well guys, I opened up the box for the receiver and remote, and my manual is missing. It might be at home, so I'm not going to hook that up yet till I have the proper instructions. I took off the thermostat wire, which I'll later use for hooking up to one of the PC fans off of the load side of the inverter. Hopefully I get a nice tax check this year, and I'll be able to maybe get one of these solar panels going here, depending on how much it is, because I'm still waiting to get access to the rest of my money in July. Show you what I did. I just took strips of paper towel, and I basically left this end open like this. I twisted the middle, kind of making an hourglass type shape. It's hard to do with one hand. And then I let the top fan out as well. And so basically the purpose of this is going to be full of dirt all the way up. When you pour water in, it's going to trickle down through the soil and rest at the bottom here. And so this paper towel is going to soak it in, wick it up, and bring it back up. So it's always going to be fed moisture throughout the soil this way, and that way if I miss some waterings, it won't be that big of a deal. It won't get bone dry in there. So I did that for all 4 of the cooler glasses. Those are from the Dollar Tree, and actually made in the USA on the bottom of these things, which is pretty crazy. 24 ounces. Made in the USA. There you go. So, still waiting for the paint to dry. I got the window open. I might just leave and actually go fill these with dirt at home. Nice, get some nice soil in there. I got some fasteners from the Dollar Tree when I was there too. Just a little push pins. I put that world map up, and that's right next to the Budweiser girl there. Pretty interesting little map here. It shows populations, Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Oceania. United States in third place in top 20 largest populations. Canada's not even on the list. Oh well. But yeah, pretty neat little map for a couple bucks from the dollar store, so it's pretty good. Make it look a little nicer in here. I'm still whittling down all my lumber there. This was, I didn't have to cut any single pieces for the little container gardening stand. So that's a bonus, and that uses more of my scrap up. So I'm slowly getting down to the pile here. I can actually see the cardboard now underneath everything, so that's decent. Yeah. Oh, the bed. The ongoing saga. This thing is leaked out again. I'm gonna have to inflate it, stay here a couple hours laying on it, and listen quietly for leaks. Maybe I'll do that at night time or something, just to see if I can find where the leak is, and then patch it up. The bottom one seems to be holding its own, so it's just that top, that Coleman. I don't get it, but whatever. Yeah, let's show you guys the temperature in here. So just above 50. It's almost getting up to 55 anyway. High humidity again. I got no coat on. It's not too bad in here. But yeah, so that's it for now, guys. I'm kind of waiting for stuff to dry and doing a bunch of other stuff, and I actually have to organize my dad's trailer. It's full of work supplies and stuff, so we're gonna go through and organize all that today. So that's it for now. Alright guys, back here at the trailer. I just made this out of scrap wood, so I'm not really going for looks at all, as you can tell. I got a coat of paint on it. I might put a second coat on. All my glass gardening containers are going to be in here. I actually moved these from the sides up, so I only needed the 4 containers in here. Put a ton of screws in on all sides there. This one cracked a bit, but it's holding in. It's pretty solid. And I used one of these hangers I got for free from my dad when he was cleaning out the garage. I'm going to use this as a towel rack. So as soon as I come out of the shower, reach for the towel here. Maybe a nice floor mat here for getting in and out of the shower. And you won't see this because the towel will just hang over this and just be drooped down. But I think, hey, I'm using it. It's free. Might not look the best, but like I say, I'm going more for function than looks. I'm sure anybody else there will do a hell of a better job than this, but like I say, I'm not spending a whole lot of money on this stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna go outside, get all my containers. I already filled them with dirt, and then we'll start putting these seeds in over here. I think I'm gonna do maybe an oregano in one, a lettuce in another, parsley in another, and maybe a radish. So I got one of each. That'll be fine. And then I can also make another one for that window eventually. I might not get on that right away. I want to see how this one turns out. But it doesn't look too bad from back here. I'll put another coat of paint on this later. But for now, let's go get the containers. Alright guys, I brought the gardening containers in. They're just glass coolers I got from the Dollar Tree. You remember I showed you that I was using paper towel strips, and so there's the fanned out base of those paper towels on the bottom of each glass. And then I twisted this part so it would wick up, and then this is fanned out, so it's kind of like an hourglass inside the center of each of these containers. So that's how I did it. That way, if I miss a day of watering, there should be enough left on the bottom that'll wick back up the paper towel and feed the roots. So you might remember one of these guys from the Indoor Grow 101 video that I did. I filled parts mostly with water, but that Miracle Grow fertilizer. So nothing grew out of those with the Craigslist method. I was probably doing it wrong. I probably needed to transplant a plant that was started, and then it would have worked. The seedlings didn't germinate or anything, so I'm taking advantage. Going to use this for my indoor trailer gardening off-grid. I'm going to grab the packages, do the lettuce first, I guess. Throw that in here. Put that in. I'll just go left to right here. Set the camera up somehow. Give me a second. Can I see that okay? Maybe. Here, I'll tilt it up a bit. I don't have a tripod, guys. Sorry about this. So, we have some heirloom variety lettuce. And I'm not going to bury it because when I put the liquid in, it normally takes the seeds down into the soil with it. So, that's one. I'm going to do one of each, like I said, guys. This one's garbage now, so throw that out. Next I'll do a radish. Oops, better show the camera. Ideal for containers, perfect. I'm going to just throw all these in this jar. Or, yeah, what the hell. I don't know if all of them will germinate, so let's do her. These were only 30 cents anyway, so I think I can risk it. Oregano and parsley. So we'll do the oregano next. The nice thing about container gardening, less bugs, and you can grow year-round in the wintertime, especially the herbs, which is really nice. That's really a fine seed on that. That's oregano. Really fine seed. Wow. Small, small, small. So, then we'll do the parsley. Now I'm thinking I'm going to have to put the parsley on the outer edge of the container, or the stand I built over there. So we'll go put those in and see, because this stuff gets pretty crazy. The oregano not so bad. So I'm thinking the two herbs on the outer side, the lettuce and radishes in the center. I think that's the best way to go with that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick up the camera. Whoa. Alright, so we'll do, I'm going to add the liquid first, I think, before I get too ahead of myself here. So, See if you can see those jars. Let me put this roll of electrical tape under here maybe. That'll give you a better height. And we'll drench these guys. Now the rock salt insulation is still in the top of this container. And the interesting is, look at the flow rate. So it works as a pretty good filter, which is interesting. Maybe do a water filter experiment with that or something. Hard to say. But I'm going to really drench this, guys, and might even have to push that rock salt out of the way. Hard to say though. Yeah, because of the flow rate, they're not sinking down. So I'll just push them down with a pencil or something. That'll get the soil nice and saturated anyway. Oh, the oregano, since it's fine seeds, it's going down no problem, which is good. Give that a good drenching. And this is a good way to conserve water too, guys. The glass holds the water. It's not draining down into the earth. So that's another bonus for this stuff. Alrighty. Maybe a little more on the lettuce. Might have to push the lettuce down a bit. Oh, there we go. The rock salt finally came out, so maybe I can just pour this in a little heavier. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Do the same for the radishes. Do some oregano here. Not going to drown them, just it takes them under the soil so you don't actually have to push them down underneath. Now that the rock salt's gone, here comes a pot. Oh, well, maybe not. So, now I can move the containers over. Now I follow Dr. Group online from the Global Healing Center. Seen him through Alex Jones, and he recommends having at least 4 plants or so in your house just to help filter the water, or not the water, but the air. So there's the first one. That is the parsley, because the parsley is going to go crazy. So I want to have this on the side here. And then I'll do the lettuce and the radish right in the center. And then I'll do the oregano at the near the closest to the shower here. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I still might be able to fit 5 in there. It's pretty crazy. So we got the radish. And the reason I have them right to the edge here, guys, I don't need algae building up down below. It might still, but I'll chance it. And basically, you want just the plant showing. I don't need to show the dirt off to the sunlight. I just have the top part getting some sunlight, but most of the growing is going to just grow straight up, and it'll push towards the window and grow towards the sun. So, and then I can start munching on some of this stuff. Feel better using these containers instead of the plastic, even though I use plastic container to fill the stuff. That's just the way it is. I'll space these out. Well, I guess no. 5 would have been too much. I have a good spacing between each one. This thing's rock solid still, so that's good. And then I can put that's a double purpose as a towel holder for the shower. I think that's going to work good. So it's just on the edge, guys. It's on. Well, this looks like it's going slanted, but I think it's my cut up here. That was never level. So I trimmed that back in the other video there. Let that grow up, and we'll see how this experiment goes. That's pretty good size for a cooler glass for $1 at the Dollar Tree, guys. Recommend it, and they're made in the USA, which is a rare thing at the Dollar Tree. So I got my leftover, got some radish left over and oregano, and that's it, I think. Oh, another parsley. So maybe I'll save that for the other window. And fertilizer sticks, I won't use these this year probably, because I'm going to use up all my liquid fertilizer still. I'm going to leave this actually over in the sink, the urinal, and that should be just fine there. There's going to be no freezing going on now, because we're in nice weather finally. Temperature in here. I got the door open, by the way, so just letting some good air in here. Yeah, so 55, roughly what it was yesterday, so that was okay. The bed, I'm tempted to take this back to the store if I can dig up my receipt, which I have been keeping my receipts, and get another one. So I think I might do that, take that with me today. I got a couple more hinges and crap I can use up later on. I need a SharkBite T-still to finish up my plumbing. This is a little too high. I gotta lower this, and then that'll be fine. But other than that, guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna run around and get some more stuff, I think. Well, maybe return that Coleman and all that good stuff, but other than that, container gardening. Well, let's see how we turn out with this stuff here. So, as a reminder, we have the parsley, we have the lettuce, we have the radish, and the oregano. The radish, I don't know if it's going to turn out, because normally there's not enough room in here for radishes, unless I get like real baby ones, and then they'll taste like crap, but whatever. It's an experiment. So that's it for now. Little gardening at the off-grid tiny house. And oh yeah, on the next week, I'm going to take in my switch and get the terminals. I have my 10 gauge wire that came with my solar system here. I gotta get a terminal to fit over top of that size. So I need 40 of them total, because I want to have a switch. Let's show that. So I'm going to have a switch between the positive here, so I can shut off the positive, go into the charge controller. A switch here to shut off the negative, go into the charge controller. And then a switch down here that will shut off the positive, go into the battery. Switch here, shutting off the negative, go into the battery. So, I'm going to need 40 terminals, I believe. And let's see. I have 4 of these switches, so I can actually hook up one of my charge controllers once I have enough money to buy the battery bank, or create the battery bank. I'll be showing you guys that later. We can get help online from High Tech Guy 18. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, coax cable. Coax cable for this guy, the aerial. Now the only downer on this aerial is I don't like this thing sticking out, because I want to lay this thing flat on the roof of the trailer. If I can't do that, then this is going to be a pain, because if I laid it flat, this thing would be teeter-tottering on the roof, and be an eyesore as well too. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with this thing. I don't need it hooked up right away anyway, because I have no power in here yet. So that's going to be something in the future. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Before I leave, I just inflated the bed again with the pump. That worked really well, actually. I recommend that again from the Dollar Tree. Didn't take long at all, like 2 minutes. When I came over here, the last segment, I was kind of feeling around here, and when I was pushing down, I felt some air, so I don't think this was pushed in all the way or something like that. But I'm going to jump in here, go over it with a fine-tooth comb looking for leaks in the daylight. There's the other mark there. I think that might be where it was leaking, but I'm going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb, and then if not, I'm going to take this back to the store for an exchange. So that's it for now, guys.